Crunch. Unfortunately, it looks like today I beat Mao.
I made you breakfast.
She did. She made me breakfast, so it's fine. Ow! I kicked to the back of my ankle. There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome. As I get situated here. There used to be a time where I worried about getting my hair in frame. And now, like, it doesn't matter. Wear the jumpsuit. I don't even know where the jumpsuit is.
It should be here.
It's here somewhere, but, like, you know, people just saw it, but it was used 2.5 years ago. So I'm like, I don't know where it is. Anyway. There's so many things to discuss. It's not many things to discuss, but Fallout finished on Sunday, and I feel comfortable wearing this shirt again. Because
It's done.
it's done. Like, I think I may have talked about it before, but, like, I could never wear this shirt unless there was, like, an episode coming out, because people would read into it too much. I couldn't just read it, or I couldn't just wear it because, like, oh, I like this game. That was illegal. Because then everyone would be like, oh, there's an episode coming, that's why. And so I couldn't wear it. So now that it's done, I can just wear it. It can just be a part of my normal shirt lexicon. So that's
somewhat better.
That's exciting. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the finale. I've read, I was there, during the premiere, and I was watching all the stuff come in live. And then, since then, I've read all of the comments and stuff. It's been very sweet. I'm really glad that, at least for an overwhelming majority of folks, I think we met the expectations. So. Also, I'd forgotten about the mummy alerts. This is a genuine surprise to hear. And that was just a little bit late because she made hash browns again. Are they good?
Yeah.
They look good.
Last night you were like, I'm gonna make eggs, and I'm like, okay, well I'll make hash browns. And then we got up, we're like, let's just do the hash browns.
Yeah, well, it was gonna be too much food because when I make eggs, I want to have toast.
Yeah.
So then it's not just eggs; it's eggs and toast and hash browns. And
Ooh, that's hot.
I was like, hash browns really the part that sounds good. I like hash browns a lot.
It's good.
That is really good. Man. Oh, speaking of this shirt, by the way. Shoot, where'd my train of thought go? There it is. We made a new shirt. It's very much in the style of the shirt that we released for the Skyrim finale. We also brought back that Skyrim finale shirt, which hasn't been available for a long time. And I updated the links in the Skyrim finale because they still link to, like, the super old shirt store. And regardless of whether you're interested in the new Fallout shirt or not, right now, I think it said until Sunday, you can get 10% off your entire order in the shirt store with the code Fallout, all caps. So keep that in mind, even if you're like, Fallout wasn't really my thing. I do not want the shirt. No problem. But if you were like, oh, I want this mug, you can get 10% off that with code Fallout until Sunday. Yeah, so something to consider, even if you're not a big Fallout person. Probably are good.
I wish they were a little more crispy.
Yeah.
But it's fine. They're cooked. They're just soft.
I like them always. There's not. It's because I like potatoes. Wow, Chess. Even if you are not a Fallout boy.
Someone asked if it included my stuff. Nope, just Steven's.
Just mine.
I am dictated by someone else.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't get to choose.
Yeah. Mal uses a different service, which is more advantageous for the stuff that you sell. Mm-hmm. The stuff that I sell is primarily focused around apparel. So the site that I use is a better fit. Hers is focused. I mean, yours does everything, but it has all of the art stuff available, which
Prints
is
and
generally
posters and-
what people want.
Phone cases.
That's nice. Ma'am, I could have eaten a fleet of those.
A fleet? How many is a fleet?
6.
That's way too many.
Here's a question. When I go to Waffle House and I order the like the large
Oh, that's too many.
the large waffles, not waffles, hash browns. Would that not be the same thing?
It's too many.
We did actually decide that the large hash brown was a little too many. I think not one of the last times, but a few times ago that we had been to Waffle House, we had been like, okay, you know what? Medium. The large hash brown at Waffle House is really big. And it's probably not that bad if you got like one topping on it.
Yeah.
Or if it was like the only thing you ate for your meal. But like for a while I was ordering a sandwich and also a large hash brown with chili and cheese and mushrooms. Sassy says, is it a skillet's worth of hash brown? Yes. Yes. It's a little nuts. It's probably a little too much.
I think so.
If it's all you're ordering, you can do it. Also, I see a lot of people enjoy disco only. I can't believe he doesn't like hash browns.
I didn't like them.
What?
I didn't like tater tots, and I didn't like hash browns, which are basically the same thing.
Until you married me?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I have to do. I have to marry John. Could be a little weird with Reese, but we can make it work. Just long enough until I can teach the boy how to like hash browns.
Are you moving to Canada?
Maybe we could meet in the middle.
You'll freeze.
We could meet in like Michigan or something.
You'll freeze.
It'll be in the summer. Anyway. How do you like your hash browns? What is it? Covered, capped, and topped.
Yeah.
Is my order. Covered, capped. It's been so long. Oh my god, I haven't been in a Waffle House. Covered, capped, and topped. For those that are not familiar with the Waffle House vocabulary.
Lexicon.
Yeah, covered is cheese, capped is mushrooms, and topped is chili. Oh, Renee's got the link. If you want to learn the lingo, there's so many ways to get them. They're also good with ham and cheese. I don't really do that very often, but if I'm feeling a little different,
I like mine diced and capped.
Yeah, diced is with tomatoes. And that's a fun way to add a little like brightness to the hash browns. It's I'm gonna say objectively good restaurant.
Flying Walrus says, well, hold on, Mel. Michigan isn't that cold. Okay, well, it totally is.
Also,
I grew up west of you. I know it's cold.
Shout out to everyone in Chicago, because there was a storm that just blew through.
It was a crazy storm.
Because Mal was telling me, she's like, there's a storm going through Chicago. And
Our
I was like,
weatherman posted about it, and that's rare.
And I was like, yeah. She's like, it's like winds of 100 miles per hour. I was like, that's a hurricane. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, dear God.
It kind of started in Iowa and just came across.
Like on the bright side, it was moving super fast, so it was over fast. Mm-hmm. But holy crap! Like 100 mile per hour winds, just as a part of a storm. That's not how that's supposed to work.
I was watching the radar because our weatherman kept posting stuff about it, and at one point, like the top part was over Lake Michigan, and it made like this huge curl that was just. Mm-hmm. It took up like the whole lake. Well, the width of the lake.
Mortally Crafty asked if we felt the earthquake down here. Nope.
There were reports of it that people said they felt it around here, but it wasn't that close.
No, it. For those that weren't aware, there was a 5.1?
I think it was. It was a 5 something.
5.1 earthquake in North Carolina, but we did not.
It was like on the border of North Carolina and Tennessee, which is kind of far from us.
Yeah. So, there's only ever been one earthquake I felt in the States.
Yes.
And that was when we lived in Columbia.
That was the one in Virginia.
Yeah, that was actually even further north. That must have been a bigger earthquake.
It was.
Okay.
That one was kind of abnormal. But like...
That was in 2011 or 2012.
In the 1800s, Charleston got destroyed by an earthquake.
Yep.
And they were like, it can happen again, so be prepared.
Yeah. Man. I hate that. But yes, it can... That is the thing that can happen. Basuna says it was felt in upstate South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could believe that. Much closer to where things were, happening. Oh, Renee's got a great question. I have questions about the Waffle House menu. What's the difference between country ham and city ham?
I ask that every time and then I forget.
Every time? What? You've learned it by now.
No, I haven't. I don't remember.
What? So, country ham, the easiest way to understand the difference is that country ham is salty. That's the best way to know the difference. Is like, city ham would be more like, my first thought is like, what you'd get at Golden Corral. But like, if you were having a normal, like, Christmas ham, a baked ham, maybe even a little sweet, yeah, that would be city ham. Country ham
is very salty because that's how they used to preserve it.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste probably. I really like country ham. Given the option, 9 times out of 10, I'll probably choose country ham. There's times I want a not salty ham, but I love it. I really love it. Do you add salt to your country ham? No, because I don't want to die. Country ham takes you to that like mortality line and drops you off. And if you want to add salt, that's up to you, but you're walking over that line. So. Of course you like country ham. You have a salt problem. I like salt.
We just watched a video on how to make your own sea salt. And I was like, this is for you, Steven.
Yeah. Maybe we will. I don't know. It's possible. It's a good. Also, shout out to that guy. What's the series? There's a series on YouTube.
Cooks Illustrated.
By Cooks Illustrated called "What's Eating Dan," and it's this guy
named Dan,
and is a cook, and they talk at length about
the science behind baking and...
It feels... So anyone who likes good eats, anyone who likes Out and Brown, I think would really like it. Mm-hmm. It's not the same level of, like, dry humor.
Yeah.
But it's the chemistry side of things. Like, it's really science-y and interesting. So, highly recommended. There's, like, tons of videos about everything you could imagine. And I really like it. Not our Dan. He does not have a cooking show. Alright. Should probably read some of these now.
Yep.
Just kind of relaxing. We win. Gifted a sub to Scissor Red 212. Fossix gifted a few subs. One to Legend, I think it's supposed to be Senpai, but it says Legend Sinapi. Also to The True Shiny Abra and Fairy Friend 100. Thank you, Fossix. Fossix clarifies. Sinapi. Okay. I thought it was Senpai. I was like, Senpai. Oh wait, not Senpai. We got a sub from Mech Era Knight. 300 bits from Danny X6. You gotta remember that the rough stop's here. Please don't muzzle your wife or mount your Lionel because you might get struck with lightning. Hashtag with. Hope everybody enjoyed Zelda on Friday. On favorite day of the week. Legend Sinapi says Sinapi's correct. Okay. This Friday will be the last Breath of the Wild stream before it comes out on YouTube the next day. And that's exciting. Dan's already sent me the...
First episode?
I think he sent me the first 3. I think I have all 3 of them now. So I should be able to go ahead and schedule things for about the next week. It's just a matter of doing that. Yeah, it's been so fun. And it always feels like we just get back to Friday so quickly.
I know. I can't believe it's only Tuesday.
I can't believe it's already Tuesday.
I know.
For what it's worth. Oh man, you know what comes out today on YouTube, actually? As Rando Antho points out. Super Mario RPG. That's true. I need to... that's all scheduled, but I feel like I left out something in the description. I feel like I left out the link to the playlist or something. I'll check it after the stream. But that's when it said, no, not today, Satan. You're not gonna screw me up. It's Tuesday. I hope, because I'm streaming. 13 months from Griffin Kitty. 9 months from Mvors. It's triple plus. 16 months from Lugo44. Got a smattering of emotes there. Yahaha and Roland. We haven't seen Roland in a bit.
We skipped a week because it was our anniversary.
That's right. We didn't meet up with... We've been doing little socially distanced chats on Thursday, but we skipped it last Thursday for our anniversary. And I spent basically all of it working on Fallout. But, even though I did that, I didn't work at all yesterday. Coffee. And neither did you.
No.
Neither of us worked yesterday at all. So, that's good. We did work on the house.
That was your gift to me. Is finishing my list.
That was my gift to us.
Yeah.
Because we had, we've had some things to do. I'll tell them what we worked on yesterday.
Yeah, that's fine.
We adulted so hard. We just adulted the crap out of yesterday.
For like 4 years, I've wanted a filing cabinet because our previous system of filing was throw it in a box. And we were up to 3 copy paper boxes.
It's not efficient.
And I've wanted it for a long time. And we bought a filing cabinet when we went and got Steven's chair from the used office supply store. And they had filing cabinets. And I was like, let's get one.
They were very cheap.
They were very cheap.
Did y'all know that a filing cabinet that will hold the weight of a lot of paper and won't fall apart is really expensive?
Yeah.
I didn't. I found out that they're like really expensive. Like they're hundreds of dollars. And I was like, but why? It holds paper. If something costs hundreds of dollars, it should be a camera. And that filing cabinet didn't have one camera on it. Very disappointing. Anyway.
We bought a filing cabinet, last fall? When did we get your chair?
Like last July or August or something?
Last summer? So it sat empty until February. And then I decided on the filing system, and I filed most of our personal papers. Mm-hmm. So I had to sort what was business and what was personal, and then I filed the personal. And that's where I left it. And then our world fell apart, and for multiple reasons.
Sure. And then everything just
sat on the floor of our closet
for near as a hair 6 months. Like, everything in the closet, like, froze in time for 6 months. We had started the filing process and we stopped it. There was crap all over the floor that we needed to, like, go through and, like, shred or file, and it literally has not moved for 6 months. And finally yesterday we picked up all those pieces and we're like, okay, we need to keep moving forward. So we did.
Yeah.
And we're not done.
There's a little bit left to do.
Now here's the problem. This is the problem. We spent all day in the closet yesterday. And like, you might be able to do that when you're younger, but at 31, sitting on the floor in the closet, hunched over stuff, that's not good. Because when I finally had to stand up, I was like, oh, I have made a grave error.
Yeah.
I was so sore yesterday. And also, like, I'm almost certainly going to be in immense pain today. So that's not great. But
the stuff we have left is not sit on the floor, though.
Yeah, we've done so much, and we had 2 entire huge garbage bags
of shredded paper.
Yeah, of just stuff that we'd shredded. Mm-hmm. The stuff that we were finding is wild. Like we had, and the thing is, I was talking about this. Like when we moved in here, we shredded a bunch of stuff, and I thought we had shredded most of the stuff. Nope.
Well, that stuff was not stuff that I had gone through. That was stuff that just needed shredded from everyday whatever.
Yeah.
That had piled up. The stuff you shredded yesterday was the stuff I went through and was like, okay, we don't need this 2012 paperwork.
Yeah, there was banking statements from like 2011.
From banks we don't exist anymore.
Yeah, there was so much. There was so much stuff. One of the more interesting things was I had found like my like acceptance letter to college and like my scholarship letter. I had found the initial paper that was like, these are your roommates, and it gave me like the name and email address and phone number of like Ian and Alex, because it's like, hey, you may want to like reach out to them so y'all can coordinate, so not everyone brings a TV, that sort of thing. And also an immense amount of paperwork of things that were just printed from like SCAD's website. Like, just like my mom had printed things that were like things to keep in mind in Savannah. There's just tons of that like stapled together. And yeah, there was a lot of things. And now it's gone.
Yeah.
It's out of our lives, and more importantly, out of our house. So yeah, some of the stuff we kept. Like some of the stuff
you need to keep.
Stuff we needed to keep, and anything that was like kind of interesting. Like we found Mal's acceptance letter for her first job.
Job offer letter.
Job offer in Colombia. Mm-hmm. And we kept that. We also kept the resignation letter. 1 year later, like, nope. Sorry. Anyway, let me keep moving. A lot of tangents today. I like tangents. I like doing the tangents. Anyway, 3 months from available username. That's a plus. 22 months from Harmon TG. 300 bits from Howie Sona. Hello, I'm moving into my college dorm. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a good day. And can I get some good vibes? Yeah, have some good vibes. Moving at all sucks. Into a college dorm also sucks. It just collectively sucks. Well, it's a little. So if you're not moving an entire house, I guess it's like it's not super bad, but still moving at all is like.
Yeah. And I mean, my dorm had one elevator, and we were told only, like, the really big stuff. Like, people who brought their own loft for their bed. So, like, we went up 3 flights of stairs a lot.
That being said, moving into college is exciting. It doesn't really matter if you're, like, returning, like, if you're going for the first time or if you're returning. It's just, it's fun.
Yeah.
Good vibes. The goodest. As Rabbit Squirrel says, the goodest vibes. Let's see.
Van Geek says, why would you bring your own loft? When we went to college, my first school that I went to, where I roomed with Stephanie, they did not provide it. You could rent it from a service, or you could bring your own, and there was someone on our floor who built their own, like, with saws and stuff in their room. Like, their dad was a carpenter, and he was there. And then my second school, they just gave us lofts as part of our room, so you could lift your bed.
Ghosty Toasty says my dad built his own loft in his dorm when he was in college. It's wild. See, in our freshman dorms, they put 3 of us in one room.
Your rooms were a little bigger than our rooms, though.
Not by much. Not by much, and there were 3 of us in there. It was a little crammed.
Yeah.
To be honest. Like, it was a one-room thing. We had our own bathroom, so that was nice, but there were 3 of us in one room that was smaller than the size of a hotel room.
Yeah. But, like, in my dorm, I could sit on my bed and my feet could touch the other bed.
Okay, that's smaller than ours.
Like, you could fit 3 twin-size beds side by side, and that was the width of the room.
Purple Boy says, Scad has big rooms, at least in the Hive. My first thought is, what the heck is the Hive? That seems new from when I was there.
You were in Turner your first year.
Yeah, I don't know if Turner is still there or if it's still called Turner. But that was in Turner room 160. That is where I was. Yeah, it was fine. Honestly, it actually worked out because Ian was basically never there.
I mean, he was from there.
Yeah, Ian was from Savannah, so a lot of times he, like, would either go home or he would spend time with his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And as a result, it was just like me and Alex there for a lot of the time. So it actually worked out okay. And we bunked 2 of the beds, because if you didn't bunk 2 of the beds, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you would absolutely run out of the room. Turner has like 2 to 3 people now. Yeah, it was, when we were there, it was always 3 people. Although, Nick lived next door to us, like the room right next to us. And, it was actually really convenient for him because his third roommate never showed up. So it was just him and another guy. So they only ever had 2 people. And our Doodle says, why did Ian pay for the dorm? Ian had a full ride. A full ride. Good for him.
He was very talented.
Ian was really, really good at art. Mm-hmm. Really, really, really good at art. Yep. So, And he was actually really good at art. It was actually kind of nuts. Cordis asks, how is Ian doing? We haven't talked to him in a bit. I see it posts on Facebook.
He's moved around a lot.
Yeah, he became military. He's in the Air Force, and he's been all over the place. I remember he was in a few episodes of GTA Online, like while he was stationed in South Korea. And since then, I'm not sure
where he is anymore.
Like, I think briefly they went back to Idaho.
They were in Mississippi, and I think Alex and Haley met up with them.
Yep, that happened. Yeah.
He has at least 3 kids.
Yep, he's got 3 kids. Mm-hmm. I think he's got... So Jacob was born on, like, I say on the vlog, but like while he was in Savannah, and we met his son in Savannah. But then I think he had...
Twin girls.
So he has a family of 3, and he's just moved around a lot, and I don't know. Ian's the type of person... one of the reasons that our personalities jived so well together, like in college, is that he's the type of person that's super easygoing, laid back, and like you could go without talking to him for like a year, and then you would be able to just like pick up where you left off. And it's great. So I don't know. At some point, he's really big into computer gaming. So at some point, he'll probably wander back into the Discord and be like, "Hey, everybody, what's going on?" And we'll be like, "Oh, hey, do you want to like play a game?" And he'll be like, "Yeah." Anyway, we got a 2-month resub from JJ McDude. It's a good name. 11 months from Rara Oaks, who says, 11 months, woohoo! Stephen and Mal, what is the most strangest thing you've ever gotten as a gift? Strangest thing?
I have no idea. Oh, I know. When I was in college, your grandmother sent me a package. I had never met her. She just sent me stuff, and I was like... Because on the box, I didn't know... It didn't have a name. I think it was just an address, and it was a P.O. box.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who it was from, and it was just sent to me in college. But, like, I remembered that you had family there, and I was like, Steven.
What is this?
And it was very sweet of her, and I was like, I just didn't know who it was from.
It was... I don't remember exactly what was in it. But I'm glad that my grandmother thought of it. It was very sweet of her. Mm-hmm. Todd says high heels. That might be the weirdest thing that I've ever gotten. Just a collection of high heels. The strangest thing I've ever been given probably actually is from mail, just from the fact that like collectively there's been multiple times where people have banded together to do things, whether it be yard toast or the horses stuff recently. Or the high heels, like... One time, and I don't know if it was shown... It might have been shown on camera. Probably. Maybe? Someone mailed us a sandal. There was just our address and a stamp. Maybe 2 or 3 stamps.
On a sandal?
On a single sandal. And it made it through the mail. And I, opened up my mailbox and I was like, there's a sandal in here. There's just a single sandal. Maybe it wasn't on camera. Maybe it was just something we maybe like talked about on the vlog or something and we're like, that's good enough. It's kind of hard to like... there's no additional story there, so including it in the mail video is, I guess, kind of weird. And we probably also didn't want to like promote that. We didn't want like people to be like, oh, I think I will send them single shoes. That's what I will do. So we probably didn't include it for that reason. But yeah, that's probably one of the strangest things we ever received. Anyway. Neat. 2 months from Bourbon to Dongo, who says, I guess it's time to work on my streak. Is it halfway? Well, more than halfway to 3 months. 8 months from Callium. Good morning. Classes have started up for me, but luckily my schedule lets me still watch breakfast stream. Nice. This was a part of the message, by the way. When you make the little man that's got the arms and the O in the middle, you all know what I mean. 2 months from Phantom Gerudo, who says, "Woo, 2 months. Let's keep this train rolling." Thank you, Phantom. 9 months from Sakura Celica. HOI 9-month Twitch baby. Congrats on Fallout, Steven. Cannot wait to see Jippers in 2018 vlogs. Oh yeah, Jippers. Man, it's just going to be weird in general working on 2018 vlogs.
Yeah.
Also, the rate at which they release is going to be really weird. Just because they require different levels of effort. I mean, like, the vlogs in general are like that, but when you're talking about trip vlogs, like, the trip vlogs are always going to be harder. The PAX meetup is going to be hard because I have to go back and find all that footage. Like, not the stuff I shot, the stuff everyone else shot.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I tweeted after PAX and was like, hey, if you shot footage at the meetup, please send it to me. So that, like, people were replying to that tweet. So I got to go dig up that tweet. Some people, like, emailed me stuff, and I got to, like, get that stuff. And if any of the links don't work anymore, that's not ideal. Yeah.
Brandon found the tweet for you.
Holy crap, that was fast. Would you post that in the mod channel so I have that link for later? I'm going to need that soon. Nintendo Master said, how many vlogs are there to release? I think Fossix did the math on it recently, and it's like 83? I think it's 83. Cool, yeah. There's April and May, and then there's whatever the rest of
June is.
March.
Oh.
March, April, May.
Well, you said April, May, and then I thought you were going to June.
A reasonable expectation. March 10th through May 31st. So, yeah. So more than likely, like the next, I'll probably aim, once I get on the train of doing it, I'll probably aim to release one a day. So there will be like current and old coming out at the same time. And then if one of the old ones is going to take a while, then it'll just take a while and it'll be out when it's out. But there's so much good stuff in the old timeline, so I'm really excited for folks to see it. We got 14 months from Elio Lugaru, who says 14 months. 500 bits from Mr. Game Boy. So I know this comes up a decent amount, but I had a Chick-fil-A hash bowl, so I'm curious. Sorry. Chick-fil-A and hash is just... what is your go-to fast food breakfast meal? And where... what is your go-to fast...
sit-down.
Oh, I see. Fast food breakfast meal.
And then a sit-down.
And sit-down breakfast. There's not very many bad fast food breakfasts. Mal might disagree. I just love them. I love all of them. Chick-fil-A has a pretty good...
Bojangles.
Chick-fil-A has a good breakfast. Because they have a chicken, egg, and cheese bagel, which is very good. You can do the same thing at Bojangles. It's not a menu item at Bojangles.
Secret menu item.
Well, it's not so much a secret menu item. You're just asking them to put...
things together.
Yeah. And, like, they know, because people order it. If you order a chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit at Bojangles, it's like 1,000 calories. Like, it's half of your daily allotment of food. But it's real good. Like, it's really, really good.
As for sit-down... I know they're local, but Johnny D's here is really good.
Yeah.
Blueberry's Grill.
Yeah.
I still think of the time we went to Blueberry's Grill with your parents. Like, early March. Late February.
I have vivid memories of that. Mm-hmm. We used to eat with my parents, like...
on Mondays?
Yeah, for a while we had been doing it on Mondays because we were, meeting up with them every Monday. Oh my god. 2020. Anyway. Basuna says, is there an Eggs Up Grill in Myrtle?
Yeah, we
There's
like
like
that too.
8. There are like
They have the
8
best
of them
French
here.
toast.
There's so many. Yeah, Eggs Up is really good. So we have a lot of good. And I've talked actually in a recent breakfast stream about how we have so many pancake houses for golfers. And like if you need breakfast, like God, Myrtle Beach has got you covered. So that's really nice. I don't know, just any of those.
I need some water.
Okay. Help thyself. As soon as says there's at least 3 in the Charleston area. There must be a ton of them in South Carolina.
Because we have to clarify for lunch bunch which one.
Yep, there's been times people have went to the wrong ones for lunch bunch, so we have to be very specific and say which road they're on. Sometimes I think there even there's 2 or 3 on the same road, so we have to be like very specific. Didn't you mention the golf breakfast restaurants in Disc Only? Maybe that was it. Might have confused Disc Only with breakfast stream. I don't know. I just get on camera and I talk, and then later I'm like, I don't know where I said it. Just somewhere. I said it somewhere. Anyway, let's see. Kevin Loco says, "Where'd you get that shirt?" I think Dan gave it to me a few years ago, but I'm fairly certain it's from like the Bethesda store. They probably still sell it. 4 months from Blue Keyhole. Hey, Stephen and Mal. Lockdown here in Victoria, Australia has got my partner looking for a good board game we can play together, just the 2 of us, and I said I know a guy who might have an answer. Any recommendations? Yeah, I get recommendations, and then also chat is here and can either help with it or jog my memory on some things. It depends what you're looking to do. Gwynimir says Gloomhaven. I've never played Gloomhaven, but it does have the highest rating on Board Game Geek, and it has for like years. So apparently Gloomhaven is good. If you're looking for something that's long-term, that you can play for like a while and it's like an adventure, every time we've come back to it over the years, I still really enjoy the Pathfinder card game. It's just fun. And they actually redid it a few years ago, so they updated some mechanic stuff. They updated the manual so it like is easier to understand, because the rules are a little complex, but it's fun. And the good part about the card game is that you don't need a dungeon master, so you can both play. And you can actually both play multiple characters. So like the game runs a little more smoothly with 4 characters, but you can each just control 2 characters. And like there's enough game there that you could be playing it for months and months and months. You keep the same characters and they level up even though it's a card game. It's fun. I really, really like that. That's one of my highest recommendations. If you're looking for something that's just something that you can just play like that night and then move on, I'm trying to think of something that is definitively 2-player. Hello, Loth mentions Carcassonne. Carcassonne is, I think Carcassonne might, I was going to say, can you play it solo? You can't play that solo, but you can play it 2-player. Carcassonne's great. It has a lot of replay value in my opinion. I'm going to read some of what chat said to see if I can jog my memory. Because let's see here. There's some good recommendations in here, but things I haven't played. A lot of things I haven't played personally. Colin says Magic the Gathering. It's not a bad idea. Magic's super fun, and you can get like pre-made decks that are all relatively balanced and play against each other. So if you're treating Magic like a game and just buying like the decks and not worrying about, oh, we're gonna buy booster packs and get into this as like a hobby, I'm just gonna treat it as a game, it's very doable and it won't cost you $1 billion. Reed says Battle Block Theater, which is a great 2-player game, but it is not a board game. Oh yeah, Ascension. I've never played Dominion, strangely. I've heard Dominion's extremely good. Ascension is another game I love. It's another deck building game. I really like deck building games. Ascension is highly recommended. And it's, you know, it's I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It's a point-based game. You're trying to get a certain amount of points. You can play it 2-player.
Ascension?
Yeah.
Deck building.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
It's a deck building game. You're trying to get to a certain amount of points. You can either buy cards to put into your deck or slay monsters to get points and other stuff.
Can you move my coffee cup? It's empty.
Yep.
Thank you. Hi, bud. Come here.
You up here? Catan can be done 2-player? I guess.
Come on.
Coup is a good game, but Coup is not a good 2-player game. I think there's rules variants that will allow you to play with 2 people, but it's way better once you get to 3 people. Like
Sit.
I'd almost say Coup's not worth playing with 2 people, unfortunately, because otherwise it's a really fun game.
Good boy. No. You
Anyway,
stay?
that's a lot of games. Do you have any recommendations off the top of your head?
For 2-player games?
2-player board game.
You got it.
I recommended Pathfinder because I really like Pathfinder and Ascension.
Yeah.
And Carcassonne, which I think is just a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably something else, but now I'm like, eh.
You want this? Sit.
One of my favorite games, in the last few years. Oh, Pandemic! Pandemic's a really fun 2-player game. I really like Pandemic. Is it called Pandemic? Is that the name of the game?
Sit. Good boy.
I don't remember. It might be very on the nose for the times, but it is actually a very good game. People may not be interested in playing that this year, but it's still really good. Oh yeah, Satsy says the fire one.
Firewatch. No.
No, that's a video game.
There's no more.
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. That's it.
Flashpoint. Flashpoint's a good co-op game if you want to play a cooperative board game. Flashpoint's really fun. Although, I will say that having played both Flashpoint and Pandemic, I think Pandemic is better. They're different games, but I think Pandemic is more fun. So if you were going to go with just one of those, I'd go Pandemic. Anyway, all right, I'm moving on. 22 months from missing no leader. Currently working a part-time job as a hospital receptionist after a grueling training period of a few days. I really wish I had my laptop right now. Good luck with your work. And I hope things become a little less grueling. We got 17 months from Isashi09, who says, doctor visit instead of stream, but I thought I'd share this. Good morning and have a wonderful day. Oh, well, thank you. Good luck with your doctor visit. You went in my lap, or are you moving on? You're moving on. You got things to do.
I brought treats up.
So he followed you?
He had been watching the birds in the window. So he may be going back to watching birds.
Well, right before we came up, he was doing his thing where he's chattering. So he was like looking at the window going, and then he got super low to the ground and zigzagged like away from the window along the wall and like was like quickly G.I. Joeing up to where the chair was. So he was having a fun time. He was having a really good morning. He was hunting. It was sweet. And that's probably where he's going again, because there's been a lot of birds out there. We got 9 months from Agent G128. Awake at a decent hour. What is this witchcraft? Though this seems like it might be a special resub, but I can't place why. By the by, how was yesterday's Breath of the Wild session? Couldn't make it due to doing other things. I'm keeping my day straight. I know what day it is. Usually. Lately.
Lately.
Historically, no. We got a sub from Volixon. Welcome. Also a sub from Cynic's Fireclaw. Welcome to you as well. 22 months from Phantom SVT. Heck yeah, I finally get to catch a live breakfast stream for the first time in a while. Welcome. Hope things have been going good for you. 30 bits from Wolves with Pie. Mummy, congrats on finishing Fallout 4. The finale was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Can't wait to get to those vlogs. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. 19 months from Armored Frog. 19 months of Crunch. Congrats, Steven, on the last episode of Fallout 4 coming out, and the way you handled the rib cages was the best, a fitting end to a long and very well done series. Well, thank you. Oh, here's a fun little trivia tidbit that's not in that trivia tidbit vlog. I learned when I was getting ready to record it that not every type of rib cage will go into the junk jet. There was a brief moment of terror because there's 3 types of rib cages in the game, 3 types of rib cage items. There's rib cage, there's rib cage with spine, and rib cage with pelvis. So there's 3 different items that they all count as rib cages, and I'd been picking them up throughout the adventure. So there was those 3 things. But I just assumed that anything in the junk could be used as in the junk jet, and I was wrong. So I went in. So I had the junk jet and I loaded it up, and it was like it only gave me the option for rib cage with pelvis, and I was like, really? It's like, are you serious? And it was serious. Only one of them, because for a minute I was like, oh my god. Because if I would have loaded it up and it wouldn't have allowed me to do it at all. Yeah. Oh, I know what it was. I know what the first fear was. When I only had normal rib cages in my inventory, I went to load them into the junk jet, and they didn't appear. Like, it wasn't an option. So briefly, my brain was like, what do you mean? It's not... Like, this had been my plan, and I would just assumed that you could load anything into the junk jet, but the rib cages wouldn't load. And I was like, what do you mean they won't load into the junk jet? And then I learned that it would shoot the pelvis one. Noah said, could you have modded it to take all the rib cages? Could I have modded it? No. I would have been like, Chaz, I need your help. But yeah, if you go back and you watch the finale, every single rib cage that comes out of there has a pelvis attached, because that is the only thing that it'll let you shoot out of all of them. So that's fine. Oh, and here's another thing that I realized after I posted the
finale.
The finale. And this is really wild. I had been saving the rib cages throughout the entire adventure. And whenever I went to do the finale episode, that was when I was going to move them from my inventory space to the basement, or the cellar, because they hadn't just been in there. I was worried that something would happen when I went in and the game would chug. So it was something I had them in an inventory, and then was going to drop them into the cellar. When I went to go get the rib cages, they weren't there. They weren't in my inventory. And I was like, where are the rib cages? What I think happened is that many years ago, when I had been playing it regularly, I had moved all of the rib cages to a different place, because I was like, I need to save these for the finale. Therefore, I will move them. I don't know where I put them. I literally lost all of them. So that was exciting. To realize that I had probably, in an act of trying to make sure that I saved them for the finale, had lost all of them. And I still don't know where they are. So all of the rib cages that you see in the video were spawned with a mod specifically for the act of showing that they're in the room. How many rib cages I actually had, I have no idea. I know that it was well over 100, but like, I don't know where they are. It was really upsetting. And G-Ben says maybe Nora had them. I mean, that was a different save file. Brandon says, to be fair to yourself, you probably didn't expect that there would be such a gap between, you know, recording and the rib cages. So here's the thing. I can almost guarantee you they're somewhere in Sanctuary Hills.
I don't remember how the game works. I remember you have, like, something in Sanctuary.
So, you've got a workshop.
Yeah.
And in the workshop, if you use the workshop, you can access the workshop from anywhere. So, like, you can hold the back button anytime you're in one of your places, and it'll bring up the workshop for that area. If you've connected things with supply lines, you can pick up workshops from other locations. However, if you have a container, like if you have a dresser drawer, and I'm like, I'm going to put these 100+ rib cages in this dresser drawer.
Did you put them in your bedroom dresser, like for your original house?
I looked.
Okay.
I had a brief meltdown during the... I should have mentioned this during the thing, but I forgot. I had a brief meltdown because when it came time to get the rib cages, I was like, oh my god, where are the rib cages? Because they, as Linkmaster asked, are they not in the workshop? No. I must have... I know why I moved them. It's because if you leave stuff in the workshop and you try to build something, it will automatically use junk out of the workshop. And I was like, oh crap, I don't want it to destroy the rib cages because I need them. And then I moved them. Halala says, is it in the footage somewhere where you may have placed them? No. No, because I only have footage dating back to like Fallout 260 something, so just a few episodes ago. I don't sit on raw footage, and it's hard to tell how long ago I even did it. You saw what Thomas wrote?
Yeah.
Thomas wrote, Chaz, what is that fish? And Mao had to reach over and tab over to see. And of course there's nothing there, so then... Anyway. Fun things! Fun things about that finale. I wish I would have remembered to put that in the video, but
it's fine.
It exists. It exists here. Yeah, and like I was already modding for the final episode anyway, so it was like, I modded to get the companions, I modded to alter the weather, and I ended up modding to spawn rib cages. Although it wasn't as easy as spawning the rib cages. It was actually a super huge pain in the butt. It was a mod where it was like a debug room where someone had taken every junk item in the game and put them into a container and then duplicated that container. So I had to go through each container and pull out like the one rib cage with pelvis, the one rib cage with spine, and then do it on the other container. So it took like an hour to even get them. Everything is easier on PC, but I did it all on Xbox. Anyway, I'm taking up a lot of time this morning. 23 months from Jesse, who says, good morning, grandparents. I'm almost to 2 years, and that's super exciting. Stephen, how have you been now that there's only one albatross around your neck? I'm good. I've been real good. I'll be better after these beans. But yeah, I've actually been really good. Yesterday was a really weird day for me. Having been like with everything done.
Yeah.
Especially because like, and I talk about this at the beginning of yesterday's vlog, like things have like been leading up to this, and then it's like, okay, it's done. Or even like this, like, it's done. Like it's just, well, that part of my life's over. Time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
It's just strange. Like, almost immediately we'll probably stop talking about it.
Yeah.
You know? because people have seen it. And I mean, we're talking about it this morning because it's recent, but you know, how much will we talk about it on Thursday? I mean, not at all. How much will we talk about it ever again? Probably very little. Occasionally someone might bring it up. I've been like, hey, I just discovered your thing and I've been watching Fallout and it's neat. And I'll be like, oh, cool. And then that's just it. And Brandon says, it's hard to keep talking about it though, right? I mean, there's just, it's weird because there's just nothing more to say now. It's just like, yep, it's over. Now to start thinking about 2018. 21 months from Jennifer Jack. Hi, Stephen and Mal. The Fallout finale was so wonderful. It made me teary-eyed at the end. I needed a tissue. Keep up the great work. Aw, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. We got 5 months from Shining Phoenix Heart. Good morning, grandparents. Today is going to be a great day. Breakfast stream, a new Final Fantasy 14 story patch, and to top it all off, my birthday, 27. Woo!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's nice that you get a story patch on your birthday. Everyone should do something they enjoy on the birthday. And that's part that you have that. So that's good. 11 months from your boy Z Sweezy. There's no such thing as too many hash browns if you choose to fight through the regret afterwards. I will say, the hash browns are very good with chili, but chili is also the reason that it quickly becomes too many hash browns. That's why I can't get a large hash brown anymore. If I got it with just cheese, probably be fine.
Yeah.
But with chili, like, you just feel like you want to die.
Yeah.
You really do. Learned a bit from Shishu-sama. Congrats on finishing the F word. Speaking of games that start with an F, today is Final Fantasy 14 patch day, and I can finally fly my lightning horse in the base game. Anyway, just kidding, Mummy. Hash browns. Hash browns.
Coffee.
It's a stretch, but it kind of works. 300 bits from Tropical Freeze 21. I was like, I know that name. Haven't been able to calm down after winning the DK Island painting. Started watching you both in college, and you both have brightened many dark days. Donkey Kong Country was always my favorite Super Nintendo game, and I've always loved Mal's work. Never thought I'd get to own a piece. Hugs to both you and Kepi. I recognize that name because I get the emails after people have paid through PayPal. So I was like, hey, I know that name. Congrats on winning, first off. We are actually after breakfast
As soon as
stream,
breakfast stream is done.
we're going to be shipping it.
Yep.
We're going to be going over to FedEx and getting it sent off your way. Well, first we're going to package it. And then
it's going your way.
And then we're going to be sending it your way. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a beautiful piece. It's a really good Donkey Kong Country piece because it just encapsulates the whole series in a way.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the reasons I like it so much, is because Mal's done other Donkey Kong Country pieces, but they're all very specific levels from very specific games. And while this is, it's the world map from the first game, it's also the same world map that's featured in Donkey Kong Country 2. It's what Donkey Kong 64 was based off of, like the map. So I hope you love it. Paintings are so much better in person, and it'll really pop on your wall. We got 300 bits from Shy. That's a hurricane. Well, technically a tornado. It'll happen when you live in the plains. Blackouts all across the Midwest since around 4 p.m. yesterday. Luckily, I live very close to a hospital, so we got power back relatively quickly. But I know places just a mile or two away that are still out.
I saw a map of like where there was like hail and like high winds and trees down.
Yeah.
And someone animated it where you can, with the radar, so you see the line move through, and then it's just like damage right behind it.
I mean, if you have 100-mile-per-hour winds come through, stuff's going to get destroyed.
Yeah, that wasn't even as bad as the
just
hurricane we had last week.
Yeah.
A week ago, like ours was not that bad.
Yeah, ours was 85 miles per hour.
We weren't even in that part. Our winds topped out at like 55.
Good. I mean, the lower the better. We've heard that it's going to be a very active hurricane season. And we just, we're trying not to think about that too much.
Yeah.
There to bit some Squid Baconator who says, would you like some food with your salt, Stephen? Just more salt. Salt's good food. There to bit some Aldo says, be careful, Grandpa. Too much salt and you'll turn into a mummy. 7 months from Item Crafting Live. 7 months of song silliness and sincerity. Thank you for the amazing time, and I'm excited for the months to come. Aw. I'm glad you're having fun. 23 months from Anne, who says, dig, dig, thwap, dig, dig, thwap. Guess what I'm doing while watching Breakfast Stream? Only 1 more month until 2 years. Do I get double claps for that? I mean, I'll clap again. I'll clap every 12 months. That seems pretty good. I need to get back to, I've only briefly picked up Animal Crossing over the past few weeks. Just kind of here and there. But I told myself that it was very important to me that I did a video in August while we have fireworks.
There's 2 more Sundays.
Shoot. Okay. Okay.
3 more, Fossick says. I thought there were only 2 more.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of the boppers, because I'm like, I have to make 4 to get all the boppers.
Okay. I need to, yeah. We'll do, I don't know if I'll be ready to do one by this Saturday. Because I think I'm probably going to be we'll have to go to my island. Thomas had offered to do his island, but I was thinking about it.
Well, on Saturday he was talking about needing to order a bunch of stuff to finish something.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, why doesn't he wait until the October update? Because his whole thing has been themed around, Wetbone, and, like, it's spooky. So, like, he should wait until there's more spooky stuff. That might be better for him.
You should mention it.
I will.
Unless he's still here, but I think he's gone by now.
I think he had to go to work. He's gone. We get 300 bits from Chiron8472. Been watching your Breath of the Wild stream, and it makes me wonder what your Zelda tier list would be, especially for Mal. Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's near the top. Or at the top.
I don't feel like I can rank Breath of the Wild yet.
Oh, I can.
I want to finish it first.
Sure.
But otherwise, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Link's Awakening.
Mine is probably
Ocarina, Phantom Hourglass. I think those are the only ones I've played.
Breath of the Wild, Link's Awakening? Both the original and Deluxe. I think, honestly, especially Deluxe, it's so good. It's so good, so cute. Maybe Ocarina under that. I have much stronger memories probably of Ocarina than Link's Awakening. But, I don't know, they're both good. And then every other Zelda, they're all the same. They're all here. Like, I like Twilight Princess, but I like Ocarina of Time better. Because it's the one I had as a kid, so I have more nostalgia with it. And there's a lot of Zeldas I have not beaten, so. Oh yeah, Audrey says, don't forget 4 Swords. I don't know where that goes. 4 Swords is... It's good. Like, it's... There's a lot of problems with... Like, there's a lot... Like, that one level where you're in the town for, like, an hour, like... There's a lot of, like, design issues with the game. It's not good. Like, there's so many individual things in the game that are actually objectively bad. But the fun part of it is you get to play with your friends and cause chaos amongst yourselves. And that part's good. Like, the fact that you're creating your own memories is good. But the game itself... I think it's a pretty weak Zelda, unfortunately. We got 300 bits from Howie Sona. I got checked in and am now going to my dorm. I'm going to be training service dogs, and I have a dog named Finn ready.
Oh, that's cool.
That is super cool. That is the best ending to a story I've heard in a long time. Well, good luck. And, man, you get to be around dogs. That's so great. I love Finn already. And I don't even know Finn. Anyway, 23 months from Cinderdog. It's been a while since I've been able to come by for a breakfast stream. I got to visit my best friend turned long-distance boyfriend for the first time in person, and it was the best feeling ever, and I cannot wait to see him again in person.
Good.
Nice. Nice. All my best to you. Because that is a fun feeling. Whenever you get to know someone, and then you're like, oh my god, we're going to meet in person. And then you meet in person, and you're like, this is great.
I was worried when we first met in person.
There was a little worry.
Yeah.
There was a little worry. But, you know, that went away pretty quick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is good. 19 months from Red Eye Storm, who says, been a while since I have been here for Crunch. Welcome back. 500 bits from Marty Griff 1980. Just finishing Fallout episode again. Just wonder, was there an eternal stream when you said, when is Elder Scrolls 6 out? Also, did you get any weird stares when walking around with the 101 jacket?
People looked at you. Are you trying to answer the Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah, I don't know if I understand the context exactly. Scream! Oh, internal scream. Oh. It says eternal stream, and I was like, eternal stream? Internal scream. Oh. I understand what you're saying. As far as the jacket, not many stares, because you have to remember this was happening exactly when PAX was happening, so there were other people in cosplay. Although generally...
We weren't by the convention center.
Although generally not really by other places.
Yeah. When we were at MIT, we walked through some of the hallways.
That's footage that never made it in.
And...
There's footage of me walking the hallways of MIT.
And right inside where we filmed the shot in that courtyard...
Yeah.
There was like a bake sale going on. Like, some kids, and they were all guys, were doing some sort of bake sale or something. And you were walking out the door, and you were just focused on, you were like, okay, we gotta get here, and like, this is where it's gonna be. And you didn't hear them yell. They were like, hey, Fallout guy, and they were like yelling at you, trying to get you to come to their bake sale and buy something.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
It's like, sorry,
listen, I was focused. That was a very busy day. Like, every single part of that we shot in one day. And, you know, we were only able to do it because of, not David Lynch's expertise of, like, we need to go here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here, you know. So I was pretty focused. As far as the internal scream about Elder Scrolls 6, the truth is it's something I won't have to worry about for a long time. Me and Roland just had a conversation about this whenever he was here.
Almost 2 weeks ago.
Almost 2 weeks ago. Just because Bethesda's working on their next IP, which is Starfield. And, like, we still don't have anything about Starfield. Like, there's almost nothing. There was, like, maybe, like, a tiny bit of gameplay released earlier in the year, and, like, that's it. So, that's got to come out before we even really begin thinking about Elder Scrolls 6. So, like, it's completely reasonable that the absolute earliest you'd get Elder Scrolls 6 would be, like, 2023. And that's early. That's actually really early. Like, 2024 or maybe even 2025 is actually a better estimate. So, it's just going to be a while. It's just going to be a while. 2033? Peggy, the best star of Elder Scrolls 6. Let's see, we got 2 months from Zephyr West. Thank you for that. 22 months from Jay. Jason Jennings 24. Good morning, Stephen Mal, chat and mods. Hope you all have a great day. By the way, this dark roast from Timmy's tastes pretty good this early in the AM. Nice.
Jay's like, I got Timmy's, and we're like, oh.
Now, I've still been enjoying. Someone sent us some really good coffee. What's it called? Dark Blue Horse?
I threw the box away because we only had 2 left and put them in the drawer.
It's something horse. I don't remember.
Blue.
I think it was Blue Horse.
Yeah.
As part of the horse package, someone had sent us horse coffee. That's a bad way of putting it. The brand is just called
Blue Horse.
Blue Horse. And it was really good. as evidenced by the fact that we've drank basically all of it at this point. So I liked it. Although, do I like Timmy's? Yeah, I like Timmy's. Every time we do mail and someone sends us Tim Hortons coffee, I'm like, it's like one of my favorite things to receive. I'm like, I love Tim Hortons coffee. Let's see. Read the Nintendo Painter gifts a sub to Shenanigans 2019, which is a great name. We got 2 months from Senhao, who says, feeling very old after finally coaxing Twitch and PayPal into letting me buy a subscription. Thanks to Super Nerd Gavin, who gifted me one last month. Well, I'm glad that you were able to complete that coaxing, and congrats on the 2-month resub. 300 bits from 3v0. Good morning. I should have gone to bed a long time ago, but alas, it is now 6 a.m. and I haven't slept in over 16 hours. Question from Al: what was it like being brought into the vlog? Since your relationship started online, it must have been jarring being there physically after Stephen had established the vlog and gained at least a small following.
I was nervous about it at first. But, like, I knew that it was the thing you did, so...
That thing. It's always weird for me. Because I don't feel weird about it. Not just related to you, but, like, for all of, like, my friends. Mm-hmm. And I'm always trying to be conscientious and respect people's privacy and their lives. But also, you know, people don't become close friends with me unless they understand that this is what I do and they're going to be a part of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, people just, they get it, hopefully. Or we don't hang out much because it's like, oh, if I hang out with that guy, he's going to film everything. I'm like, I'm sorry. I try to only film, you know, good, interesting things. But yeah, actually, when the vlog started, we had only been dating for like 18 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. In a few more years, I'll be able to say we've been together for 18 years. It's such a long time. 23 months from Crunchy Face. So many people getting close to 2 years. 23 months also from Ultra Husk. Good morning, grandparents. With Pikmin 3 coming to Switch, are there other games would you like to see re-released on Switch? So, yeah, there's obvious ones like, I think Mario 3D World is inevitable. I think that's coming. Oh, God, there's stuff I want to say I can't yet. Okay. Next week?
Next week.
So, like, that's inevitable. I think,
Someone had said when we were talking about Zelda that Wind Waker on Switch would be cool. Like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, but would that be cool? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be really neat.
I want more stuff on, like, the Super Nintendo thing. Because they just did Donkey Kong, but, like, I'd like some more of those, please, thanks.
Yeah, Nintendo's just been, not very...
Take everything on that box and put it on my Switch. At the very least.
Are they still selling the Super NES Classic?
I don't know.
I don't know if they are,
I mainly want Earthbound
and they're
on
worried
Switch
about
because then Carly will
cannibalizing their
play
own
it.
sales. I don't know. Huh?
I mainly want Earthbound on Switch so Carly plays it. She said she would if it was on Switch. Because, like, one day out of the blue, she was like, is Earthbound on Switch? And I'm like, no. And she goes, oh, I would have played it. And I was like, ah.
They honestly, they could legit... They could legit sell Super NES Classic the game. And it would just be all the stuff from Super NES Classic, but it'd be a Switch cartridge. And it would make some people happy and piss off a lot of other people.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. The game should just be on there. As far as games I want to see re-released, it's more in line with what the question is. Pikmin 1 and 2. I think Pikmin 1 and 2 should be...
A combo?
A combo. Mm-hmm. I think it should be a combo game. Because we've heard all of these rumors about this Mario game that might contain 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. And do I think that there's a lot of credence to those rumors? Yeah, I do. We're getting close to the 35th anniversary of Mario, and something like that makes a lot of sense this year. So I believe it, but I'd like to see some other stuff. So Pikmin 1 and 2 combo would be great. It'd be really great. But you know another combo I wouldn't mind seeing? I don't know exactly how it would work, but like they can friggin' do it. 63 Feels actually has got me. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. The 3DS games. Port them to a console. Please. Please God. Just do that. Why would you not do that? Anyway. I have a lot of opinions about some of the stuff that they could bring out, but it's hard to tell what's actually waiting in the wings. We held out on Pikmin 3 because I thought it was inevitable, and it turned out to be. Mario 3D World, I think, is inevitable. We'll see. We'll see. We get 11 months from BRZ1994. Read the Nintendo Painter gives a sub to Ribcage. I don't have to mother that anymore. And I mean, I still will if I ever find it in any other game. Because it'll just be habit. It's just fun. Reed also sends 300 bits and says, Mummy Ribcage. It just dust in your hands. 300 bits from Hylian Hero 07. Just as an update to the channel, I've jumped from 20 subscribers to over 100 overnight this morning, so that's good, I think. That's pretty good. Dang. Going from 20 subscribers to over 100 is extremely good. Like, 5-fold is insane anyway, but like when you're like early on, that's a huge jump. Also, a lot of people talk about how hitting like their first 100 is one of the hardest things to hit. So good work. Very good work. You're making stuff that people want to see. 300 bits from Colin DP, who says, speaking of rib cages, did you get my email with all the ribcage moments from the LP? Yes. Yes. Sorry. I got it, but then I haven't responded to it because I haven't done anything with the information yet. But I saw that it was there. Thank you for that. Gonna try and make sure that that gets used for something. I don't want to like spoil it, but yeah, we're gonna try and do something with that information. I gotta talk to Dan, but that is very helpful, so thank you. And I can't imagine how long the compilation will be. It's gonna be fun. 2 months from Captain Explodey Pants. It says, hey guys, thanks for the great content. I think me and my kids have watched your Zelda LPs at least a dozen times. Awesome. Awesome. And I'm so glad that you're going to have a new one to watch. Because Breath of the Wild is ongoing now. I don't know how many episodes we've made at this point, but we've done it for 7 weeks. And if we assume that we've made at least 3 episodes... Yeah. We could probably assume 4.
4, because it was pretty much always I started each new one. Almost, so. Dan,
so far, from what I've seen, Dan has been using our breaks as the cuts. Because I told him, I was like, you can do whatever you want. If it feels natural, if it feels like a good stopping point, I said, just use the break as the episode end. And I said, if at any point it feels like, oh, you should have accomplished a little bit more, then, you know, do whatever you want. He's like, okay. So, let's just assume 4 a week. That means there's already 28 episodes. That's crazy. There's 28 episodes of Breath of the Wild, and the LP isn't out yet. So. It's great. It's really great. I'm super stoked because it just means that everything for Stephen Plays is largely set for a while. Which means I get to dive into 2018 vlogs. I cannot frickin' believe 2020, which has just been this dumpster fire of a year, will, however, be the year that I finished all of the things at once, because there was nothing else to do. Caught up on the vlogs in February, killed Fallout in August, and by the end of the year, I almost certainly will have 2018 done. Red Eye Storm says, when's Breath of the Wild releasing again? Saturday. Episodes start Saturday. Release schedule will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Breath of the Wild, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Super Mario RPG. Hearing a bit from Sassy. Yesterday there was some amazing lightning outside my window. You'd think it'd cool everything down, but nope, it's warmer today. But more thunderstorms coming. We had a bunch of storms coming through here the other day, but I think it's mostly over. Or is there more?
Where did our rain for today go?
Oh my god.
There's
Oh
a
my
I think
God.
it's because there's a chance every day. It said this for like the past week.
On the iOS weather app, every day, what is it, 10 days?
Yeah.
10 days, every icon next to it is the thunderstorm icon. Cool. Neat. Sure, why not? Sure. Marty Griff said, are you afraid there might not be enough episodes to keep pace with streaming? No, it won't be a concern now. For sure. Like, I like having stuff... I like making sure, obviously, that we're not going to run into that problem. But if we're releasing 3 on YouTube and recording 4 on Twitch, we'll never have a problem. We'll just never... It'll always be alright. And eventually we might be able to release more stuff, because we'll be so far ahead, but we'll worry about that when 2018's done.
Yeah.
Wizard Grad Students sends 300 bits and says, good morning, grandparents. I just wanted to hear the Mummy alert. Thanks for helping me get up early, so I'm set for classes. No problem. Up early to rise, something wise. I don't remember.
Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
That's it. 30 bits from Danny X6. We can make you sing about Fallout again and again and again. Hashtag never challenge the chat. Yeah, I'm sure that there will be discussions or songs about Fallout in the future. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's just so weird that, like, the thing that has been conquering my subconscious for years is just, like, just gone. Just overnight, just, there it is. You don't have to think about it. It's finished. 30 bits from Line Rider. Hello, my name is Reginald Isaac Benjamin Clark Alexander Gerald Edwards, but most people refer to me by my initials. Tom Fox at Steven's Tabletop Surprise, TRG Coliseum 2019. His name, of course, being Ribcage. I miss TRG Coliseum. And everyone that is involved. 500 bits from Macau 2020. I'm moving into college on Friday and will be able to consistently see streams as my schedule for the fall has empty Tuesday/Thursday mornings and empty nights. Nice. Very, very cool. I'm glad that you'll be able to join us. Seems like a lot of people have the problems where they can see like one but not the other.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people can't get to breakfast streams, but they're able to see Friday streams. But then you've got people like in the UK that they can make it for a breakfast stream, but they can't make it to Friday streams. So, oh boy. Singing about Fallout. Yeah, sure, no problem. Go ahead, Mal.
Guess what came out on Sunday?
What was it about?
It was about Fallout.
That was my rhyme.
You released it finally.
Yes, Grit did.
Now you're singing a song.
It's the shizzo, hidey-tidy, tidy-tidy-die, dee-die, dee-die. Could've went better. Also, great job.
Taking your rhyme.
I was thinking, what rhymes with Fallout? About. I'll say about. And then Mal goes, it's Fallout. And I'm thinking...
I heard the
Thanks.
rhyme, and I was like, ooh, rhyme. And then I said it.
Yes, that was the idea. You don't make the rhymes, though. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
The next song that comes through, whether it's today or Thursday or Friday, I'm starting it. Then you have to do the rhymes.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
It's not happening.
But it's so fun to watch you try. That was 5,000 bits from Danny X6, who said, singing about Fallout. Well, there was certainly an attempt. 30 300 bits from Scullapendra, who says, have you ever watched The Mummy? Anyway, I hope your morning is going better than mine. It is a bad mental health week. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope things look up as soon as possible. To answer your question, whether it is supposed to be a real question or not, I have not. I've never seen it.
Carly and I watched those movies.
I'm familiar with it a little bit.
We really like the part in the one with the kid when he runs in and he's like, no! Like, he runs into the screen and they did not cut that part. He just runs in and says no. If you've never seen that movie, it's like, you probably have no idea.
I watched there's a video by, is it Corridor Digital? Is that who the guys are? I don't know. I met them at the Far Cry 4, the Far Cry 4 event. Which is so weird. But they're the like the two main guys that started that, that thing. Like, they were there doing the Far Cry event, and I had a chance to meet them. Now I don't even remember the names because it's been 1,000 years ago. Anyway, they did a video where they redid. There's the part where the Scorpion King. Oh, is that a different movie?
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Okay, but it's still part of the movie.
Yeah.
Where the Scorpion King, who's the Rock, comes in and like the CGI is super bad. Sam and Nico, thank you, J-Spoke. I got to meet Sam and Nico at some point. When I was in San Francisco. They redid the CGI.
Yes.
And they did a better job than they did in the movie. And they did it in like a day or something. Like, it was like super fast. They're like, we just want to see if we can do it. And then they like show their version against the movie version, and they're like, they added all this stuff, and I was like, theirs is better. Anyway, it's a fun video. Look it up if you get a chance. It's kind of neat. Skullpedra sent 300 to clarify. Meant I got you. No worries. I got you. 300 bits from Noah, who says, happy Saturday. Here's a science fact. Markovnikov's rule states that in addition reaction, the electrophile will attack the most highly substituted carbon. Unfortunately, this rule means nothing because there are so many reactions that break it, aka anti-Markovnikov. Shout out to organic chemistry for making an undergrad a living hell. And shout out to Noah for using words that I would otherwise never use. How many times do you get to say electrophile or highly substituted carbon? The answer is only when Noah sends in an alert. That's it.
Well, can you pick out the parts of electrophile that would define it? Like, phile is the...
The suffix phile means to like something?
Yeah.
So, electro would just be...
Like electrons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would be...
So the reason things form together in, like, chemistry bonds, I'm pulling from, like, over 10 years ago, so Noah can probably correct me, is, like, they want to have a complete ring of electrons, so they tend to pull from other things, which is why they make new, like, combinations of things. So it probably likes having electrons, so it will take carbon, which is one they pick a lot because it only has one electron, I think.
Yeah, electro is electron. Phile, love, attracts electrons. Yeah.
Noah says, well, I'm pulling from high school chemistry, Noah. That was before 2006, so probably 2004 or 5? He says, kinda. I didn't take organic chem, I just took chem.
I've forgotten literally everything I learned in high school. So, like, I think I had chemistry. But do I forget literally every part of it? Yeah. 100%. Also, maybe I didn't have chemistry. I don't know. I have no idea. How would you even remember that? How would you even remember what classes you had in high school? It's impossible. I don't remember. High school was literally half my life ago, so now it's just gone. So, I TA'd for organic chemistry, and I still don't fully understand it.
I heard it was harder than regular chemistry, and I did not like much of regular chemistry.
Renee says, I remember all of mine. Man, y'all people with your memory. Oh, man, I gotta tell you a story. I gotta tell you a story about this girl right here. Because this is nuts. Frickin' nuts. I told y'all earlier in the stream about how I was, we were going through papers earlier. And, they're going through papers yesterday, and a lot of them were like bank statements and stuff, like from 2011, 2012. I'm going through, and I was reading some of the stuff from Colombia, and in Colombia, we weren't making a whole lot of money, so we were very miserly. We didn't have a whole lot of expenses because we were being very careful about every single little thing that we bought, because Mao was not the only income, but my income was bad. It was very, very bad. So it was like really rare for us to like eat out.
Even fast food.
Even fast food was like, it did not happen very often. But I was looking at this bank statement, and it was from February 2012. And I was like, Mal, we splurged here. I said we spent $15 at Sonic. Mm-hmm. And Mal goes, no, I don't think I even told you the month. I think I just said it was from 2012. It was from early 2012. And I said, we splurged here. We went to Sonic. And Mal goes, was that the day was that the day that we went to the doctor? And I just like stared at her because I had just went through and found the
receipts from
the copay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes, it is. And she was right. Like, it was February 4th. And February 4th, in 2012, we had went to the doctor, and when we got out of the doctor, we went to Sonic. And they were side by side on the sheet. It was, we had went and paid the copay, and then right under it was Sonic Drive-In. And I just stared at Mao, and I was like, how on earth could you remember? And she starts talking about it. She's like, oh, I remember. She said, we went to the doctor, and we felt so bad. She was like, it was
That's probably the sickest I've ever been in my life.
She's like, that was the second time in like 10 days or whatever that we had been to the doctor, and we just felt awful about it, and we wanted something to make ourselves feel better, and we decided that we were going to splurge and go to Sonic. And she said,
we both got like 2 big double cheeseburgers, and it had fries. And they were like the deluxe burger, so it had probably bacon on it, and lettuce and tomato and cheese.
I just don't... My memory is so bad, that the idea of remembering that sort of... I could not tell you what the layout of our apartment in Columbia even looked like. I have no idea. And Mallory's like, I remember the burger that we ate on February 4th, 2012. It was right after getting out of the doctor. We went over, and it was... I could drive to it from memory if I had to. The sun was setting over here.
Yeah, it was like right by Walmart.
Anyway. She remembers real good. Good job, you.
Thanks.
You can remember all the things that I can't, which is everything. We got 100 bits from Thriva. Oh, thank you, Thriva. 300 bits from Fossix, who says, so there was a pun war on your Discord yesterday morning. I guess that's a pun-wardinary experience. It's a heck of a stretch. I had to stare at it for a minute. I was like... I mean, you got there. Also, I saw some of it. I saw some of it because I was scrolling through, and I was like, "Oh, this is happening." It actually, it's funny because it actually happens every once in a while. Like, it's not the first time. Like, I think the rule is, like, if 3 people have responded back to back in puns, then it starts to happen.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, wordplay battle. Brandon's back just to comment on this. 400 bits from Jesse, who says, I still remember meeting y'all at Croissants and the feeling when I turned the corner and you were both there. That was a super cool morning. I remember that. Also, Croissants is a good place to get breakfast, since we were mentioning breakfast places earlier. Love Croissants. Haven't been there in a while, but one day I'll return. We got 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu 153. So I told a story a couple weeks ago about getting trolled hard by Breath of the Wild. Well, last night the game did something else that was rather cruel. After what happened last time, I decided that was the time to stop playing. Then when I went to bed, I realized a way to majorly cheese the portion I was playing. I guess I'll have to get my revenge this evening. Yeah, we, if anyone was watching at the very end of Friday, we cheesed it. I say we, you were playing. And I still don't understand what happened and why the game allowed you to do what you did. Mal ran up a wall. Just like ran up a wall. And we finished it and it was like, well, we've learned nothing, but I'll take the W. I'm really excited because I want to see how else we can I want to see if that allows us... Like, I don't want to abuse that, but I do want to see if it works in other places. You cheated not only the game, but yourself. I won't give a detailed spoiler of that, but God, it was... We'd been struggling with a puzzle, and then at some point, Mao was like... And I was like, what's happening? It was fine. 300 bits from Goldmage, who says, so this seems like a good time to tell you that sea lions, well, pinnipeds in general, have a modified spinal column. They have fewer interlocking projections than most mammals, making the spine highly flexible. They also really don't like it when people shoot their rib cages out of projectile weapons. Congratulations on finishing that. It was amazing. I will be careful not to shoot sea lion rib cages out of weapons. At least not anymore. God, I wonder if someone's built a junk jet into Skyrim. 500 bits from Red2006. If we learn how to take care of our mental health, how to respect others, and discover what is truly important to us, then this year will be seen by history as the year in which humankind bettered itself. Keep being excellent, everyone. It's true. It's true. There's obviously been a fair bit of bad in 2020, but there's also been some glimmers of hope as a result. And that's something I can get behind. Let's hope that we enter into 2021 being excellent to each other. Is that Bill and Ted? It's still a worthwhile quote. 2 months from Octotop Hat, who says, good morning. Good morning. Goldmage gives some subs to Ribcage Plays, Ribcage Consumer, and also Ribcage Fetish.
With my glasses, I saw the F in ish, and I was like, fish. And then when you said it out loud, I was like, that does not say fish.
It does not. 16 months at Tier 2, Gold Toast from Kikyo539. Hi, Stephen and Mal. Just saying a quick hello. I'm currently moving across the country from
Prince Edward Island.
Prince Edward Island to Alberta.
That is a long way. That's like northeast Maine to Montana, North Dakota.
Staying in Ontario for today, then hitting the road again tomorrow. Longest drive I've ever done. Wish me luck. Yeah, that's a
long way.
That's Carlos level drives. Because Carlos did the Boston to Seattle thing. Good luck. Good luck. It would be fun though. Think of all the music you can listen to on that drive. Such a good drive. Carlos says hello. I was curious because we had made a big drive back in 2014 across the country, and I looked up the time difference, and Carlos had us beat. It was by 6 hours.
Boston is more east
than Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
And we were kind of LA, and California comes in a little bit right there. Yeah. Not much, but a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the time, at least from Google Maps, just generic Boston to Seattle was 48 hours. And I'm like, that's a long time. That's a long time. So we will have a longer drive if we do a Great Plains road trip.
Yes.
So, and this is why planes exist. True. Fosdick says rip trains. It would be kind of... There's not a lot of train infrastructure in the country, but there is some, depending on where you want to go. It would be kind of nice to take a train
I've always wanted to take the train down the West Coast. It has glass on one side.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone that wanted to do that. I think she ended up doing it, and it looked really cool.
Thomas says, I want to do that road trip again. Yeah, Thomas, didn't you,
Drive from here to Montana?
Yeah, it was something with your dad and maybe also your brother. I remember vaguely you talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
11 years ago. Tell us about it a little bit as we start to wrap up here. Because I only remember the fact that it, like, happened at all, and that's quite a drive. And that would be really fun. Steven remembered, that's how I feel right now. It's like, I remembered something. My dad and I did South Carolina to Helena, Montana, and
Helena?
back in six... Oh, is it Helena? Yeah, Helena.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Helena. Helena, Montana, and back in 6 days. That's too fast.
Yeah.
That's way too fast. Like, did you get to enjoy it? Because that's too much. Didn't Josh drive 24 hours to L.A.? Yes. Yeah, Josh went Seattle to L.A. He also did it in one go, which...
I don't know if it was 24 for Josh. I feel like
it's a lot, though.
Yeah.
That's a big stretch. Thomas says, Dad had a meeting on Monday and we had to get there and back. That's... You know what would be fun? And actually, I think I talked with Chaz about this once. Or not just me and him. Maybe it was like a Saturday game night thing where everyone had been discussing it. The idea of taking a group road trip and getting, like...
What, one of those big vans?
Yeah. That'd be kind of fun.
See, I think it'd be fun to get a cabin, like, up north on a lake for a week with everyone.
Yeah. Group road trip to Lambert's! Get some biscuits thrown at us.
We could rent a place up in Weirs Beach and go to...
Fun Spot.
Fun Spot.
We talked about that, too.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. If you want to learn to hate each other, do it. Some people don't like road trips. I wonder how our group would do all in the same van. It probably wouldn't be that bad. It'd probably be okay.
You really love the movie Little Miss Sunshine.
I guess, but it's not because they're all in a van.
I was just making wild connections.
That's a wild connection. That's an absolutely wild connection. Because, like, I like Little Miss Sunshine because of the use of composition and color.
I know.
More than anything
I know.
else in the movie.
We talked about the aesthetics of it when we watched it back in, like, 2008 or whatever.
Yeah. A TRG bus. I would be down with a TRG bus. It'd be like, I mean, if you just put the musicians in it, it would just be like the Runaway Five. Ghosts can't slow us down in the tunnel. Anyway. Things that we should announce before ending the stream. Super Mario RPG starts today on YouTube, which is exciting, and will be today, tomorrow, and the next day, so that's cool. Also, Thomas says, I checked the mileage from that trip, and it's 5,200 miles.
Oof.
It's a lot. A bus with Emil's face as a decal.
Hi, Kippies.
Let's see, Super Mario RPG And then that's basically it.
That's basically it.
It's gonna be a while before your video's ready.
Yeah.
It's coming along though. It's looking nice.
Hi, bud. You say hi again?
You went up here?
You don't want hash browns.
Hash browns?
Not for Kippy.
Hash brown.
Not for Kippy.
Otherwise, yeah, that's it. I guess we'll just talk more about things that are coming up on
Friday?
on Thursday.
Thursday? Hi. Welcome.
Thanks,
Are you
Anchor.
saying it's time to be done?
Time to be done.
We gotta go mail a painting. And go to the post office too.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now I gotta be back in time to do,
A thing.
yeah, I don't know if that's a secret, really.
I don't know either.
I think he's talked about how it's coming back.
Hi. Come here.
It's not, I don't think it's a
Hi.
big secret, but there's a series not on our channel that has been in a bit of a hiatus. And, you know,
Hi. Hi,
look at
Princess.
chat making the same guess over and over and over again.
Hi.
And yeah, I saw Tom said it was coming back. Yeah, okay. Good. Good. Can't wait to play some more Super Teeth Brothers. Alright, y'all have a great day. Thanks for being here. Always enjoy this.
Why do you push your head into my face? Thank you.
Because he's a sweetie.
Hi.
And, you know, we'll be back on Thursday morning. Yeah.
You say bye?
Go wave. You guys say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's cute. Alright, folks. Have a good one. See you on Thursday.
Which is in how many days?
2 days. Because today is Tuesday. Chat trying to mess me up. No, I know, man. I know.